Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll go to the ground. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. And they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Was completed via the screen. He's tackled at the 36. Brings up second down.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 45 on his way. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Rebels are rolling down the field. The give on the inside. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
Back to throw, it's Armour. Deep shot to the end zone. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, 1st and goal.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The inside handoff. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Bulldogs in the hurry up.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quick completion to the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. This is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
From the gun, the ground game. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for second down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Rebels have this offense rolling. This time they'll go to the running game. And into the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you wanted to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Power football with the run. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Looking to pass. It's Armour. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and we're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Rebels! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Georgia, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Movement here from the tight end. The run to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Finds a man on the left. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
The receiver's telling the quarterback what they see. Gonna run it. It's Coates. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2.
Let's go!
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Finds his man, they convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Coates. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Second down coming up.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Amos. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Armour. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Buys a little extra time. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Line getting set on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Back to pass, it's Armour. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Duke is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 18 to Old Dominion. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. This offense has a second down play. They give it to him again. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
He's got it on the right. Stopped after making the catch.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On the ground, it's Coates. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He's got an open man. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Running back searching for a hole. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
42 Spider.
He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Leaves it with the running back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he's going to try to return this one. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Back to throw, it's Armour. He'll take the deep shot. And the pass hits, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover. Hash to hash, you better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break up the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Offense gets set for second down. It's a draw. Keeps the legs moving. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll run it from the gun. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Second down coming up.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. To the ground to try to move the chains. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
4th down coming up.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Once you get in this range in the football field, do you depend on your kicker? Do you go for it? I think on fourth down, I think you go for it. This is a long field goal, a lot harder attempt. I like the offense going for it here in this situation.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1. 2nd down.
Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. They'll go right back to him. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
They'll give it to the back. Still running at the 40. And he's running in the open. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. First down for this offense. Here's the handoff. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Armour. Looking for a huge play. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the stats.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Good right down the boulevard.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you,
the expressway is wide open. He's at the 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ole Miss 38, Georgia 13.
First down to start the drive after the break. They're going to ride this running back. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Getting some heat. Got his man on the right. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
It's now second and goal.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the beatdown has ensued. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Fast motion from the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. He's going to pass. Working that left side now. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete to the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him and get the first down.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to get to it. And as he throws, couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
The give to the back. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Armour. He's got his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Still on his feet at the 45. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs. And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.